Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this has just been delivered through the post. I think I know what it's going to be, and if you see it on the thumbnail, you know definitely what it's going to be. Let's get into this. Nurse Scalpel, thank you very much. Now you took me eye off. What I've got here is, yeah, it's what I thought it was going to be. China O Brien, 1 and 2 on 4K. Now, with Cynthia Rothrock, who is an absolutely amazing martial artist, she has started to get loads of stuff released in the UK. And I've been starting to buy her stuff because her movies are just fantastic. And me and Deborah think they're great. I think she's a great martial artist, and Deborah's really taken with her. I tell you what, if you see her now, she looks more or less the same. It's amazing. Just to think, you can get this movie. This movie's come out over here, parts 1 and 2, in 4K. This was the first time I would have saw Cynthia in the UK because her original movies from Hong Kong weren't really ones that you would see over here at that point. I know they came out after that, but this is the one that most people would have had the first introduction to Cynthia in the means of a US movie or a movie that wasn't made in Hong Kong. So this, and I'll take you through the disc as well. I'll take you through the presentation. It says the inimitable martial arts superstar Cynthia Rothrock stars in two of the most gloriously entertaining films of her career. I'll agree with that. In China O Brien, city cop and formidable martial artist Laurie China O Brien Rothrock is forced to resign from the force and return home to a small Utah town of her involvement after her involvement in an accidental death. But upon arrival in Beaver Creek, she finds that her lawman father, Sheriff John O'Brien, David Blackwell, is desperately trying to bring down local crime boss Edwin Summers, Stephen Kirby, and it isn't long before she steps into the fray. Then in China O'Brien 2, Laurie must once again protect her hometown when it becomes the hideout for a dangerous fugitive, the escaped drug lord Charlie Baskin, Harlow Marks. Helmed by Robert Clouse, the celebrated director of Enter the Dragon and Game of Death, the China O'Brien films firmly established Cynthia Rothrock as an international action star. Following a successful string of hits in Hong Kong, Eureka Classics is proud to present in both films for the first time on Ultra HD from Blu-ray from brand new 4K restorations. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock, brand new interview with Keith Cook, brand new interview with Leon Hunt, author of Kung Fu cult classics masters from Bruce Lee to Crouching Tiger. Brand new interview with critic and filmmaker James Mudge. Trailers plus a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by Eddie Favell and James Oliver. So you get plenty of stuff in there. I did get this out quite a lot at the video library, and I remember watching it, but I don't know if I watched China O'Brien 2. I probably did, but I've got no recollection of that. So let's get into this and see what's inside. Now you get your 4K here. There is reversible art in here, which I'll show you. You've got your stuff there. I mean, I've talked about that. You know, another look at it if you want to. Got a great bit of artwork there. I like that. So there's no Blu-ray in here. If you want the Blu-ray, you'd have to go for the Blu-ray release. You just your one disc with both movies on there. I'll tell you about the picture quality in a minute, and also I'll show you some screenshots from this movie as well. And on the other side of this, you have this one here. This is more like how I remember it, although I'm sure one of them was black, but it was a bit like that. So you've got your choice. Now that's what I will do is, even though I like that cover, I probably like that cover better, I will leave it on here because when you look at it, and if you open the disc up, you think, where's China O'Brien 1? That's what I would do, but I'm a bit like that. So here's your booklet. Now, we are a big fan of Cynthia Rothrock. We think she's such a great martial artist. She's one of the best female, like American female martial artists out there, especially probably one of the earliest ones as well. And she was a big hit in the people like us. We used to get these, anything that was like horror, martial arts, anything like action. You basically would go and watch anything on the VHS shelves. We were like kids in a sweet shop. It was brilliant. And you would get because this library was full of everything. You would find loads of stuff you probably would have never known about if this video shop never existed. I mean, the telly was great; it used to show quite a lot of stuff on, much more than it shows now, much more niche stuff. But in the video library, you would get some really good stuff, or stuff like this you would never see on the TV. Put it that way. I can't remember ever seeing stuff like this on UK TV. A lot of text in here as well, a lot of pictures, nice booklet. Really interested in watching this. I mean, I keep saying with Deborah when I say to her, "Do you want to watch a film tonight?" I don't know. What about a martial arts? Maybe. What about Cynthia Rothrock? Definitely. And I will put a picture on here now about this is Cynthia Rothrock back in the 80s slash 90s. And she just looks incredible for her age. I don't know how old she is, but she looks, I think that's partly due to the fact that she's such a good martial artist. She keeps herself in shape. Also, you get a two-sided poster. I'm not too sure if this is original artwork. It doesn't really bring any memories back for me with that. So great presentation all round, as always from Eureka. So let's see what the picture quality is like. So when I put the 4K on, I checked the both movies out. They were all released in 1990, back to back. They were shot in 6 weeks. I mean, that type of thing doesn't happen anymore, especially if not. I don't think it's a big budget movie, but it's kind of with Robert Klaus being involved. It would be a bigger budget. And the martial artists in here, I do recognize him from other movies. And I think actually Cynthia Rothrock, I watched a fight, I watched a clip of a fight on China O Brien Part 2, and it was really good actually. She's got this really good way of fighting. She's very acrobatic. There's some of the things she does with her legs that they're all over the place. It's a great thing for to watch actually if you're a fan of martial arts in general and you haven't really seen Cynthia Rothrock, you do need to get to her movies because you'll be blown away. She's got something about her. I will say that. And like I say, she looks fantastic today, and she does still make movies. And I would love to see a brand new up-to-date movie of it and see how she moves now. Because I imagine, I don't know how old she is, like I said, but I think she is of an age where she should be sort of really not be able to do what she does. But I think she's still pretty good at what she does to be able to make these martial arts or action movies up till the modern day. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to watching this. Like I say, the picture quality is usually shot outside, so the outdoor scenes look incredible. The colours on here are unbelievable. The dark levels on here are quite good as well. I wasn't expecting them to be good, but they were. The print is spotless. There's a light level of green, but nothing that takes your eyes away from the movie at all. I think this has been cleaned up really well. It's pin sharp as well. Obviously, it's not like a modern day blockbuster, Oppenheimer. It's never going to be. But for when this movie was made in 1990 and the way it's probably been stored, maybe, or the way it was shot on a low budget film, possibly, it looks absolutely fantastic. And for me, it's great that this has come out with 4K. I wasn't expecting this to come out with 4K. Now, 4K is £30. The Blu-ray, I think, is £26. So for me, to be honest, there's no real problem with getting a 4K on this one, apart from the fact if you haven't got a 4K player, you cannot play this disc, so you have to get the Blu-ray. So you have got that option. The whole thing isn't in one set, if you know what I mean, which is a bit strange. You'd think for £30, they'll put this out with the Blu-rays in, then everybody can buy that one disc for £28, and then you've got the whole thing in one go. But it is what it is. Not taking anything away from it. It does look fantastic. I know we've got two movies on. They're only an hour and a half each, and you get some special features on it. But I don't consider this to look compressed in any way, and we can't wait to watch this movie. Anything to do with Cynthia Rothrock in this house gets watched quite quickly. It's quite high up on the lists. And once again, Eureka, as always, have made a spectacular edition of these martial arts movies, which they put out quite a lot of them, and they seem to go for ones that aren't really the ones that people talk about first of all. But I think it's great that they're introducing a lot of more people in the modern times to a movie it's great and a person, martial artist, who for me is one of the best female martial artists of all time. Certainly the most watchable female martial artist of all time, for an American one especially. So can't big up this movie enough, although I can't really remember part two, but we're so invested in watching this, anything to do with her, and I can't wait to watch this with Deborah. But I do think this looks spectacular. I'm so glad it came out in 4K. I'd love to see some more of our movies come out in 4K. I was surprised this come out in 4K, but I'm really grateful it has. So, But I'm gushing about it because it's worth it. It's an absolutely brilliant release. And if you're a fan of martial artists, like I say, do get yourself over and start watching some Cynthia Rothrock movies because you'll be blown away. So, thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.